Celtic. McNamara! That's it. Oh, what a beautiful goal!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, happy Sunday to you all. Happy Sunday evening to you all. Keith here from Command the Hoop Celtic. Hello to everyone on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube. Before we kick off the podcast, if you can pop over to YouTube and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Appreciate the comments that come through on these podcasts. Podcast about 45 minutes long. Have a new guest on the show. This young boy, 16 years of age. His name is Max Ridley. Now, I don't know if majority of people have probably seen this young boy up at Celtic Way. He does his own little podcast and all. Max, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me on.
Tell the people what you do. Tell them exactly what your channel's about. So we give them a little lesson about what exactly Max is going to be doing in the next couple of years.
So I just go to the game. I try to get the bus footage before the game. So obviously I get all the players for the team, obviously. So you get it a few hours before the actual team sheet. I go to the Celtic Park, obviously at the front of the stadium, get a few of the interviews with some fans, then I record some of the match and obviously the celebrations hopefully after the game. And yeah, that's about it really. Just lots of Celtic content, home and away. So yeah.
You go to the majority of the games, I see. Now, you were saying you weren't at the game today, but look, I had the pleasure to meet him, folks, literally before the Bolo Glint game, and I said to him, I said, look, just keep going what you're doing, and you'll get there, you know. Like vlogging's a tough place to do. You know, people will come on this and they'll slate you and they'll call you cringy, or they say that's embarrassing what you're doing with your phone and in your face 24/7. You're meant to be watching the football. Unfortunately, you have a passion. You want to show people your expressions about loving Celtic, and that's the way it is. So I want to talk about the game today, Max. Four games away from the league finishing. Happy days. What did you make of the performance?
Well, I thought it was really, really dominant for Celtic. We had the ball like literally so much. We had so many chances. I didn't think we played the best. I didn't think we took our chances. Kyogo could have had a hat-trick easily, hitting the ball a few times. I think Maeda could have scored as well, but it was really good. 3 points, that's all that mattered. But
that's the main thing. We could have been 3-0 up at half time. Obviously with Kyogo hitting that shot onto the crossbar, and then Maeda's header. Their keeper pulled off some cracking saves in the first half. Like midfield, they didn't even have a chance against us in the midfield, and there wasn't even a stage where Callum McGregor was on fifth gear today. It was just a case that, you know, we were just dominant in the midfield, and defence were outstanding. You know, defence was brilliant today. I know people are going to say, oh well, it's only Ross County. Ross County are fifth in the league. You know, every game we're playing has to be treated like the biggest rivals or as the cup final, and I think every Celtic fan's on that one game at a time philosophy. Now I understand winning today, I felt like some fans feel like we've won the league already, but we haven't won the league. Yeah.
Ross County are fighting for a European spot, aren't they, for this season? So they're doing really good.
And this is the team that I would ask you at the start of the season, where do you think Ross County would finish? You probably would have said last, would you?
Yeah, probably sixth bottom.
I was in that situation as well. I tipped them to go down. I tipped them and Dundee FC to go down. Well, the playoff relegation thing, but it was a good. We're gonna have Kelly back in the league next season.
Yeah, another astral pitch.
Oh, shocking! I watched the highlights of the game there this morning. I didn't see. I know they obviously won on Friday night, but I would have seen rather Arbroath getting promoted. I know they still have a chance to get promoted, but it's strange how they do that. They do that promotion playoff. So was it third and fourth in the championship play each other? The winner of that will play second place, and then the winner of second place will play against 11th place. It's a lot.
It's too much.
You have a little fan base here. Kenny says, have watched Max videos, great content. You know, he just puts it straight out there. You know, at the end of the day, the way the world's going with social media, you gotta just put your video up of if it's an Ever walk alone, or if, as you said, you're waiting to see the players come in. I've seen you doing a few videos waiting at the hotel, and you've seen the likes of Koyogo and all, waiting, getting on the bus and all. So brilliant.
It's really good as well, because if like an injured player obviously goes out for a few months and then you see them coming back and the first team, it's really good to know, because you wouldn't know that on the day, and you have to know it like 3 hours before the game. So it's good.
So who was the first player of all the new signings this season you met? Don't worry about the comments. That's it. I'll get you the comments. So which of all the signings this season, who was the first who was the first player you met?
Oh, who's the first player I met? I'm trying to think. Well, I don't really meet like the one player. I just meet like the full team. So they all come too fast.
Yeah.
So
definitely. Well, who's been the outstanding signing to you so far?
Probably Kyogo as well. Kyogo and Jota and Joe Hart. That's the top 3.
Joe Hart's been outstanding. Do you think he's gonna stay?
I'm hoping he does, because I think teams will be watching Celtic, and the way he's performing, I think he could play another few seasons. But I think he is getting older, but it looks like he can have a few more seasons in him. Definitely.
Who Joe Hart or Jota?
Yeah, Joe Hart.
Joe Hart. Oh yeah, I think Joe Hart to be good enough to have an England call up at this rate at the moment.
Yeah.
You look at the likes of Pickford, and he's playing for Everton. 2 goals conceded against Liverpool today. You know, well, probably the best team in the world at the moment.
Yeah,
but still.
they are.
But Joe Hart, for a bit of experience, if I was Gareth Southgate, I'd be bringing him on the plane to Qatar, to be honest with you. But
definitely.
Carter Vickers has outperformed everyone hands down. I'm gonna go back to Jota with you. I think that's Jota's best game since he scored them 2 goals.
Yeah.
Up at Aberdeen, yeah.
That's I agree with that one as well.
100%. Koyogo's goal header today was just class. It just reminded me of the little Swedish guy. Oh yeah, it was a cry. Look, at first I thought it was actually O'Reilly swinging the ball in. I was like, because obviously O'Reilly wears the long sleeve as well majority of the time, and I realised it was Jota. I was like, oh, what a goal! But he's at the score. I think he's at the scoring like 4 or 5 headed goals for Celtic so far.
Yeah, well, the way he leaped, but between 2 defenders that's double the size of him as well, it's unreal. He got some height in him.
Do you feel now the league's won?
Yeah, I do.
Well, 4 games to go. So you think next week we have it done, and it's done?
Definitely.
I feel like that as well. I've been, I know, like, then after that it'll be 3 games left. We'll have Dundee at Tannadice, we'll have Hearts at home, and then Motherwell at home. So we just need to turn up next week. We were obviously looking for a bit of revenge after the cup exit, but you were at the cup. You were at the cup last week, weren't you?
Yeah, I was there. Yeah, I was. I got the hospitality package, and I was sitting right in front of Lewis Capaldi.
Oh, Big Louis, the man, Big Louis. Oh, what a man! Oh, brilliant. What shirt am I wearing? I'm just wearing a shirt off the Celtic club store. I got as a Christmas present off one of my family members, Stella, you know. But let's see. Never over until as long as it's not never over until it's over as long as we beat them next week. Like, let's be realistic. If we do beat them next week, unless they're gonna score like 26 goals and we drop points in the last 3 games, it's like they're gonna need a miracle. Like, they're gonna obviously have a focus on Europe. They are.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I watched the game yesterday, and I have to say that was not a penalty. Wasn't a penalty. He got the ball.
I didn't watch it, so I don't know. But they get penalties every game, so I can't. You're fighting a losing battle.
What was it?
I said they get.
Oh, 100%.
They get penalties every game, so you can't complain.
That's it. I've never seen a team getting so much being rewarded so many penalties in one season.
I was surprised because the commentators today, they were saying that Ross County was the most team that gets the most penalties.
Yeah, right.
I was like, what? Nah, I can't be right.
It's good to see Rory in. Mr. Rory Carson. What a man! What a man! I'll be on his podcast next Sunday morning. It's at 10 a.m. before the game. Myself, Anthony, that runs TNC events, and Tony from Belfast, one of the biggest Celtic fanatics out there. So he's going to have the three of us on. Looking forward to it. Great to see you on, man. Great to see you. Gaz, Celtic Appreciation page, hello. We need to make a statement next week by beating Rangers and all but winning the league. They'll be missing two of their main strikers plus Ramsey and all goals. So Kyogo needs to start next week. Do you think so? Would you start Kyogo next week or Giacomakis?
Probably Giacomakis.
I'm in the same as well. I go for Giacomakis as well. I know Kyogo for pace. Yeah, I can understand that. It depends. You could play Kyogo, Giacomakis, and Jota. I just feel, looking at Abada today, I just think he didn't really make an impact. I know he had a couple of shots. His head wasn't in it for the first 10 minutes.
I think with some good players, but they need a bit more than 15 minutes to put a show on. They need to. I think 15 minutes is not enough for somebody to just come in and try make an impact.
Sometimes it can, but the chances are quite slim, unless you get the winner. But look at he's been outstanding this season.
Yeah.
Yell about it, being absolutely outstanding. And we were talking about this on the podcast, the amount of players that we've signed that have scored in their debuts and their home debuts. Like Abada scored his home debut. Kyogo got a hat-trick in his home debut.
Yeah.
I know obviously his first game was against Hearts away at Tynecastle. Oh jeez, that seems like a long time ago. But yeah, it's been a good few players. We need Red Bull to do us a favour, Keith. Look at they're in Europe. It's not. I wouldn't be saying look, do us a favour. At the end of the day, they might go out. They're playing over there in Germany in the first leg, aren't they?
Yeah, Leipzig first, yeah.
And then the other one is Eintracht Frankfurt and West Ham. I could see West Ham getting through, to be honest, which I think they're playing well in the Europa League.
Definitely. Well, they lost a 90-minute goal against Chelsea today.
Oh, nothing worse against them. I want to talk about VAR on the channel as well. Obviously, this week there was a vote done on the VAR. So 41 teams out of 42 voted. Now, reports are saying Greenock Morton is the team that voted against VAR. I'm surprised. Thought it was going to be Rangers, to be honest with you. What do you think of VAR? Do you think it'll suit Scottish football?
Yeah, definitely. It'll get more people obviously to watch football. It'll be more better for Scotland, I think. Especially like the things that's going on. Obviously, there's two teams that's fighting against the penalties and the free kicks and everything that they're fighting against. So I think it will be good. But then again, I think it will just go against the other way that the referees won't call VAR. They'll just play on.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be good to see VAR in Scotland, definitely.
See, some fans are against it because they're looking at what happened in the Premier League the first season or two. It was a shambles. It took forever to. But I thought the VAR in the 2018 World Cup wasn't bad. I know it still took a bit of time to analyse it, but VAR is getting better. But it's there's talks that they were bringing back former referees and all to do this VAR system in Scottish football. But the way they're going to roll it out is shocking. It should never been brought in halfway through a season. Shocking. So if we win the league, we're going to be paying 196,000 quid for VAR.
Oh, that's not really much for Celtic, but
I know, but
not really. Still.
The best victory gets pages. A draw would do us next Sunday. Definitely not. I want to be going out and beating them, to be honest with you. I understand where you're saying, obviously them dropping 2 points and us still, no, definitely not. I wouldn't. I'd be going out winning that. It's going to be obviously an amazing occasion. They're going to have some sort of capacity of fans, and as far as I know, I think they're gonna get 700 fans in.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have them in that little corner, like the last. I think the last time they actually had fans into the stadium, we're going back to when we beat them.
Yep.
When we beat them, and it was Scott Brown, and remember Scott Brown had to stop Halliday. He was fighting with Halliday, and then Scott Bain had to.
Oh yeah, the one with the jersey in his hand.
Yeah, I think that's what. I could be wrong, folks. Could be wrong.
Lustig as well. Lustig.
Exactly. PC Lustig. Oh, Lustig was brilliant. Ange doesn't play for draws. Exactly. He has the same mentality. He wants to go out and win. Destroy them next week. Just get over the line. Well, I think that's the difference between last week and this week coming, because we're at Celtic Park. We know the stakes are high.
60,000 as well, fans.
That's it. I'll be raging with a draw. We need to give them a doing next week. That's it. 100%, James. Great to see you in. Can't wait for next season's kit. Leaked. Should be soon. Should be this week. I've seen a few leaks, but they're not true. They're all Instagram designers putting the concepts out. It's going to be a collar more likely, to be honest with you, Max. It's majority of the likes of Manchester United, Real Madrid, Ajax, Boca Juniors, away jersey. Arsenal, they're all gone for the collar this season. So we could be getting a collar. And it could be like a little green and white zigzags going around it, because that's the kind of design that Adidas have gone for this season.
Yeah, like the stripes down the sides.
And then after the following season, Adidas are getting rid of the actual Adidas, saying Adidas under the three stripes. That's gone. It's because you see the new World Cup jerseys being brought out. The new World Cup ball they got rid of. It's just the three stripes. That's the way they're gone.
That'll probably look a lot nicer, I think.
Yeah, more smart. It's kind of like the way Nike's gone, but just with a tick. I know Nike if I bring out a couple of jerseys with the Nike or the Nike under it for it to be vintage. But how's it going, James? Oh, great to see you in again. I hope you and Kira are doing well. This season's league winners will be clear favourites for next season's huge rebuild Asian team. They're back weeks earlier for the qualifiers. Well, look at that's true. That's true. JJI, what a name. Whoever wins it, which we're in cruise control at the moment, we're guaranteed a Champions League spot, unless Villarreal win the Champions League, which, to be honest with you, Liverpool are going to smash them this week, aren't they?
Yeah, 100%.
I could see that happening. Like, there's no way Villarreal are going to stop it. Like, Liverpool are going for a quadruple, but there's not a chance. See what happens. Keep the comments coming through, folks. Any questions from Max? Go ahead. Your favourite game this season, Max, of all the games you've been to?
Well, away games I've been to. I've literally got the tickets right here. I keep all my tickets from all the away games and that. So I've been to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've been to 10 away games this season. So I've been to the semi-final, the final, Dundee United, Hibs. That wasn't the best. Livingston was really good. I really enjoyed that one. Which
Hibs game was it? The 0-0 game, or is it the
0-0? That wasn't good. Dundee United, the quarter final. Been to the Celtic women's match and the Celtic B game, the Rangers game recently. That wasn't the best either.
The 1-0. Yeah, I seen the vlog on that one. I did. But look, it's good to see that the attention has been brought out in the women's game in Scotland.
Yeah.
And it's starting. It's even in Ireland. Like, we're starting to see women's football starting to get a bit more boosted as well with the national team as well. Same with the Scottish team. The Scottish team were playing, I think, last week at Hampden.
Yeah.
But just keep up the good work. 100%. Like, folks, he's only tuning in. He's only 16 years of age. He has 3,500 subs on YouTube. So it's not a case that he's only starting from scratch. As I always say to him, just keep going what you're going and you'll get there. I've no question about it. You'll probably be one of the top vloggers in the next 4 or 5 years. 100%.
Hopefully.
Yeah, look at you seen, like, at the end of the day, all Celtic vloggers, we're not against each other. We all support the same cause. Yeah. We all have different opinions. but we all support the same cause. So Connell's asking, favourite goal of the season?
Well, I voted for the Celtic versus Hibs, the final. That was the Kyogo chip goal. That was unreal.
Oh, the kind of Larson trademark one.
Or the real one against Hearts. That was really good.
I voted Rio with it. I voted Rio. I was like, even when he scored that, literally that at that moment, I was like, that's the goal of the season.
Yeah.
Like before that, David Turnbull's goal looked like it was going to be goal of the season the way in Motherwell.
Yeah.
But that Ferencváros goal wasn't bad as well. Who put that in there? Patrick McLaughlin. Yeah. If I was at the game myself, the pass from Jota from like basically outside his box to get that to Kyogo was just a different level.
Yeah.
It's good to see him back. Obviously, wouldn't say we've missed him because we played well without him, but it's just good to have that extra option as well. And still think we probably need another striker in the summer, because obviously the way we're using Kyogo and Maeda, we could either play them on the flanks.
Yeah.
So
I think Maeda plays better on the wing than up front. The last few
I 100% agree with you. We learned from that against Rangers last week. Obviously, he just looked lost. I felt like he was just obviously screaming that he's at the front line to push up with him. Agree with you on that, definitely. Carter Vickers or Jota?
The same.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know people. I know everyone's gonna say both, but Carter Vickers or Jota?
Well, if you asked me that yesterday, it'd have been Carter Vickers, but I think today Jota's played he has played a lot better than he has, so don't know, it's quite a hard question. If Jota plays the way he played today, most games, then I'd probably say Jota. But if he doesn't, he's been the last few games he's been doing nothing, and that's not really good for Celtic. We need somebody that's consistent, that's going to do something each game. So, about 50-50, I'd probably say Jota. Probably Jota. But Carter Vickers is amazing.
I'll go for Carter Vickers because he's just a wall at the back, and you know where he's consistent. Like I know you just got the saying there about Jota, saying that Jota had an outstanding game today, and that was the kind of Jota we were getting used to seeing before he got injured. But we need consistency, and I think with Carter Vickers being that comfortable at the back, and he's given that positivity to the players around him as well. Joe Hart trusts him, Starfelt he trusts him. Like I find you can go out and replace. You can go out. I think we can get a better player than Jota in the window. I know people are saying, "Well, that's a bit mad," but I think with the way Ange has recruited players, I think there is better players out there we can get than Jota. If Jota doesn't want to be at Celtic on a permanent basis, there's no point. If we want Carter Vickers on a permanent basis, now there's talks. There was a page the other day. It's all rumours, folks. It's all speculation. I know people are going to turn around and say, "Give us facts. Give us actual stuff." There was a page the other day, American page on Twitter, saying SPI Soccer, saying that Celtic and Spurs are holding advanced talks now. How many times have you heard this a week? How many times have I put up a week? I'm sick of hearing it. But we'll see. You know, I think that we're in for a good surprise this summer. I think we're gonna get Ange's long-term contract and hopefully Carter Vickers. Fingers crossed. You know.
Well, I think if Carter Vickers keeps playing the way he is, then I think there'll be a few English clubs looking at him right now, and they can offer him double the money, and he'll probably take it. I think. But I'm hoping that doesn't.
100%.
Money's just
like there's talks of. Yeah, see, the thing is, the likes of Leicester are looking at him, Wolves are looking at him, Watford are looking at him, West Ham are looking at him. Like, if West Ham go on and win the Europa League, they're Champions League football next season.
Yep.
So that's the problem there with that. Like, look, he's what puzzles me about Carter Vickers is I don't know how he's not back in the American squad yet. He hasn't been picked the last three rounds of internationals.
I'm pretty happy about that anyway, because then he's got less chance of getting injured and he can play for Celtic longer and longer. So it's a plus.
Yeah, definitely. I 100% agree with you I understand, but Ange has that mentality. Like, if you get represented, if you get called of your country, go
Yeah.
and do it. Like, you know, obviously, it would have been good today to see if Ideguchi even featured. It would have been excellent. I don't even think he was even on the bench, to be honest with you. Ideguchi, I don't think he was on the bench.
Well, hardly saw him. He's only came on the last few minutes of games, and he's done all right. He's a good passer. That's all I really know. I've only watched him a few times, but we'll just need to give him a wee bit.
He's a box to box midfielder. That the thing is, he's meant to be like kind of the clips I've seen of him. He looks like a kind of Kayal player. Gets the ball, not afraid of a tackle, good passer, can score. There is a goal I want you to look at on YouTube after you get off. He scores a goal against Australia, and I know it's back in 2017, but it's one of the best goals I've ever seen. Unbelievable. We have hardly seen Gucci. Has he been injured? Yeah, Gucci got injured for, I think, was it 5 weeks after the Aloha tackle? 5 weeks he was out for.
That was a nasty tackle. His ankle was like literally bent in half. It was, that's what
I feel about the players, the physicality of the players that we have. These pacey players that we go to an Astra pitch next season, the likes of Rugby Park, and that's what we're against. I know we played already in the Macaroni this season, but we got that result in the second game. But it's the Kilmarnock. We just had bad luck with getting players injured in Kilmarnock, you know. Good evening, but let's just take every game as it comes. Like, let's not think about next season. Let's just get this season over. It's gonna be a long week, as you know, with a derby game. Are you gonna be going to the game now on Sunday?
Yeah, definitely.
Lucky you. I'm busy. I won't be able to even go out to the pub and watch it. I had me chat. I went out last week for it, so I'll see. I'll be on the podcast, folks, on Sunday night. So player of the season. Who's the player of the season in your eyes? So we had, what was it? Carter Vickers, Joe Hart, Callum McGregor. Who else did we have? I'm trying to think now for a second. Jota, wasn't it? Jota was in there as well.
Yeah. It'll probably be either McGregor or Joe Hart.
McGregor, Joe.
Yeah. I think I went for Joe Hart, to be honest.
He's been fantastic, hasn't he?
Yeah, just too many good saves. He's actually kept us in a lot. He's kept us, a lot of goals in. He's brilliant.
Even the save today, I know it was offside, but even the save he pulled off today towards the end, that was a nice save.
Yeah.
That Carter Vickers block I think it was around the 54th minute. That was a massive block in the game. Big time.
The one there was like about 5 players on the deck. They're all just sliding about, waiting for it.
Folks, if you're only tuning in, please subscribe on the YouTube channel. I appreciate it. I'm going for 12,000, see can I get before the end of the season. I'm on 12,200. And the same with Max's channel. It will be in the description in the bio. And what's the name of the channel, just to tell people, Max?
Football Mad on YouTube.
You'll see all the Celtic content there. Everything's there. As I said, he does these little. I see you got a new microphone as well. Looks nice. Looks class.
Yeah, it's really good. Actually, is it? Here.
The roadie ones, they're pretty good.
Yeah, they are really good.
That's it. Good things come to those who wait.
This is literally all I use. So I use this thing.
Brilliant.
And then I've got obviously my microphone. It's actually really good quality. I'm going to try and get like the windshield thing. This. I'm going to try and get one of them made for my channel, but literally nobody does them.
You will. We'll see what we see. What we're back. Who's that? Tommy Rogers in the background there. I can see Tommy. Is that Tommy with the Players Award? A player of the month back there? Yeah. Is that Tommy? Who's that? Is that Tommy? It's Tommy. Goal of the month. I think that was the goal of the month against Dundee.
Dundee United. It was absolutely amazing.
And what's the other picture there? That looks like, is that Carter Vickers? Carter Vickers. What a man. Brilliant. Excellent. See that, folks? And what's the signs, treble jersey in the background? It's all the squad, is it?
That was my mascot day.
Fantastic. Great to see. And it's good to see that all this stuff being signed, building memories up. Any news on Johnny Kenny? How's he getting on? He's played a few B games so far. As far as I know, he scored in one of the B games, but he's obviously struggling with injuries since he came over from Sligo. Nothing so far, nothing to report big on it, but like hopefully he gets more time. Should Dembele be getting a new contract, Max? Young Dembele.
I would like him to, yeah, but I think he's too small, and I don't think he's the player for the league, obviously, because there's a lot of big people in the league, and they're double the size of him, and I don't think he's suitable for our league.
Look at Messi. Messi was tiny when he played senior level Barcelona.
Yeah, no, I would like him to, but I think he's I don't think Ange would let him. I don't think he'll have a lot of game time in Celtic. There's too many people in front of him.
Where'd you get the signed photos?
I got them at the Players Hotel that I do my videos on my channel before the game.
There you go, folks. There you go. He's here with the lads. Don't be raging. Let Dembele go. I'd like to keep Dembele. I think, if James has 1 year left.
Maybe loan him as well.
What's the script with Julian? Do you know? Yeah, a friend of mine, a source of mine, basically was telling me that Julian actually played with the B team manager. Can he play? Because he wants to get his fitness up and see can he make an example. So I think Julian's going to try to get a move in the summer, because he's obviously looks like he's frozen out of Ange's plans, and it's not even frozen out. It's a case that, if you have two consistent centre backs, there's no point changing it.
Yeah.
Unless there's an injury or there's a sending off or suspension. And I think, to be honest with you, I don't think Ange is going to go for Julian as much as we've seen the quality of Julian. I think he's always going to pick Welch over Julian or put Beaton in there.
Welsh, definitely.
100%. Welch is a good player. I think Welch has done well. That was only one of the positives of last season. Welch coming through and playing well.
I thought brilliant in the Real Betis game.
I was outstanding. He was captain material that game. He was outstanding.
And try to think of the other player that was really good. It was a player that he's just moved.
Ewan Henderson.
No. I think he went to Belgium or something. Yeah, Udagidi. Yeah, it was him.
Yeah.
He played outstanding. I thought he played the best.
Yeah. Welch is vastly overrated, and only a young Ambrose. That's Frank. You always have to come on and throw a dagger in there. That's a harsh one. He's not overrated. If he was overrated, why is he Scotland's under 21 captain?
Yep, that's true.
Frank, I know you love a bit of controversy, but he's not overrated. If he was overrated, he wouldn't be getting into the senior team at all, No chance. Welch is very good. Ange likes Welch. Yeah, Welch. That's it. Frank doing a wee bit. The Frank had it as usual. Frank is at as usual. Frank loves throwing the daggers in. Well, now I like Welch. And when Welch was linked with that move to Udinese for 2 million, I think it was 2 million at the time. They ended up going in and signing a guy from St. Pat's Athletic in the League of Ireland. He's only 19. He's actually doing all these exams, and then he's going over there in the summer. But I was delighted we kept Welch. I wanted to keep Welch. I think Welch is going to be a good player for Celtic in the future. I think Welch might need a loan move if he wants to get full first team football. But there's the same time, it's not bad to have him around as a squad player.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially if Julian goes as well.
We always need a backup for every position, I would say.
100%. Great to see you, Mark. If Julian can get back to fitness, he should definitely be kept. Look what happened to when Gordon go. Foster went back. I agree with you. Agree with you there. We definitely need to keep players like that experience. Like, you know, Julian has a goal in him as well, and we're all like, we massively talk about this on this channel about the set piece. We need to start scoring from set pieces, and Julian is the man you need up there.
I think you see the corner situation with Celtic right now. They just they need to change something. Like, I don't know what they do in training, but they need to start doing some like corner routines or something. They throw everyone away.
I know, it's shocking. Like, I think the last time I can remember us scoring from like a corner or a set piece, I could be wrong. I think it reminds me Welch scoring against Hearts in the League Cup at Celtic Park. That's the last time it sticks out for me. No, apologies. Ralston against Ross County away. I think that was a set piece, wasn't it? Was it a set piece?
Was the thing with Carter Vickers, the Rangers game at Ibrox?
Yeah. Oh yeah, but like that wasn't directly like.
Yeah.
Obviously there was a bit of fumble in the box and then I went in. But I get you, yeah, I do get you on that one. You know, that's it. Like, people might say Julian is better than Starfelt, but look, at the end of the day, Starfelt is keeping him out of the team. So, and I got told on the channel today, they're like, well, you can give your opinion all you want, let the manager pick the players. So, obviously Starfelt has a bit of consistency there.
Yep.
So, what game did you say was your favourite game this season?
The Celtic Rangers game at home, the 3-0 game. That'd be my home, the best home game, and my best away game was the Livingston one.
Oh, that was a great result that day. That was like, that really showed that we were going to go and win this league, isn't it?
Yeah,
like, it's just the way we turned up again in the macaroni. Like, it was just the only thing I was a bit sad was obviously Callum missing the penalty, but that everything else just went perfect for us that day.
Yeah, definitely. And that was a big blow. I was right behind the goal as well, and I could have. That is annoying.
Starfelt. Look, Starfelt pulled off a cracking diving header today in the game, and he was consistent. I don't know why people are still against Starfelt. If we go on and win a title, and with the clean, we've only conceded 19 goals in the league this season, and people are still calling Starfelt out. Get a grip to yourselves. Seriously. 19 goals in the league and he's still moaning.
And there was a good few, the 3 first games away, there was how many, 9 or something goals in the first 3 games. The first 3 games were just unsteady in their feet, but now they've grown into their boots and they've put a lot of work in, so they're all better now.
I know Julian was out for 16 months, folks, but at the same time, if he's keeping Starfelt's keeping him out of the team, and Julian's been realistically fit since February. I know we're in April now.
Yep.
That's saying something.
Yeah, I think he needs to move or go on like a year or 2 loan, and hopefully gets a bit more match, like minutes under his belt.
He's 20. I think he's 29 now. Like, to be honest with you, like, he has 1 year left. And look, at Julian scored some phenomenal goals for us at the end. At the end of the day, Lazio. People forget about the clearance off the line in the Stadio Olimpico against Lazio. People forget about that moment as well. That goal against Rangers as well.
Yeah.
Some really good ones.
Mm-hmm.
There is, but he's not going to get match fitness unless we win the league. That's the thing. Like, I know he's getting a few B games and stuff, but at the end of the day, like, it's mad, absolutely mad. Starfelt's a fraud. No, he's not a fraud. At the start, he looked like a fraud, but he's not a fraud. He's been consistent, and I think people, he won over me at the Ibrox game. He was outstanding. So once he has a league medal around his neck at the end of the month, at the end of May, I think you can withdraw your fraud accusations.
They won't be laughing then.
I know. Still coming out with one. What has he done? Defend it. Stop goals going in. That's what he's done. That's what his job is. He doesn't need to score a goal to be not a fraud. Like, yeah, he was close today. You know.
Yeah, he was.
He is our weakest link. Well, Taylor was our weakest link for ages, but he was a man of the match performer today. So yeah.
Taylor's getting better each game. I think I think he's realised that he was going to get dropped or going to get something, but now he's putting on every game he's getting better. So yeah, he's fighting for a placement in the team.
He's caused goals, but we've only conceded 19 goals in the league this season, and we're top of the league, 6 points. So, what's the argument here?
Every player can not let any goal in. They can always slip up a few times.
100%. Maybe we do need to strengthen in the summer and get another centre back in.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I'm happy with the partnership of Starfelt and Carter Vickers. As I said, the stats prove it alone. Yes, at the start he started his Celtic career, he was terrible, and I'll admit he was terrible. Like, he got thrown in the mix at Tynecastle, he just absolutely got made done of. The last time I seen Starfelt get done by, besides the game last week, I would go back to when Martin Boyle for the first 10 minutes at Celtic Park made an absolute show of it, but he didn't score. Hibs didn't score. That was Maeda's first goal and the Tate's man of the match performance. Yeah. Try watch him in the Fletch and watching Julian against Lazio, 100% different gravy. But that Julian is what? When was that? 2019? We're now in... That's 2022. 2022. Players lose that extra pace as they get older. You know, they might be a bit fitter, they think in their eyes, but no. You know, like, I love Julian, but if we're keeping clean sheets and we're winning games, I'm not gonna put Julian in for the sake because it's Christopher Julian. You know?
I think some players, when they have injuries, obviously they'll lose a lot of confidence, and they'll take a lot of time to get back to where they were. Like, I thought that it was going to happen to Jota. Obviously, he had his injury and he was playing brilliant before his injury, and he's came back and not really done much. But today he's proved a point, and I think hopefully he starts playing a bit better now. So,
see what happens. Like, I know Ben's probably looking for a bit of controversy on the channel, looking for me to sport us up, but he wins a league medal and he wins a league cup medal, and he's still pissed, is he? And he played that game. So, just putting out there. You know, it was a knee injury. That's what it was. What a team we have. The likes of Starfelt getting the critics and then going, good times, boys. Exactly, Roxanne. Exactly. You know, I'm with you there. This one, Stephen, not Starfelt's biggest fan, but it's not as bad as some people make him out to be. Like, I went to see him against Ferencváros, and he was just solid at the back. Absolutely solid at the back. Unbelievable. But that's it. He's far from a fraud now. A fraud's like a Barkas, where he's not getting game and he's collected like 20 grand a week.
And a Jetty.
Yeah, a Jetty. Well, the Jetty's different comparison. Like, you look at the quality we have up front compared, like Jack and Makis is like 10 times the player from a Jetty. Like, looks better with it. Like, looks much better with physicality, winning the ball. He's not a drama queen, you know. A Jetty goes down, he's literally rolling around all over the place. So yeah. So let's see. Makes him much more confident. 100% with you. I agree with you. I say this all the time. You know, that's why we need to sign Carter Vickers on a permanent basis, and not just for the case of him being consistent. It's a case of Starfelt feels comfortable with him as well. And if we're going to be winning this league and we're going to be defending the title next season, we want to be literally strengthening and keeping the best assets we have as well. You know.
Definitely.
But
especially with the 40 million as well coming in, we need to spend it wisely.
Yeah, well, it's not going to come in straight away. We'll get 20 million this season, and then it gets forked out the following season, and then obviously they're changing the Champions League format as well. The group stages are going, so you'll be playing teams like kind of like a league table. It's ridiculous the way it's going to work out. Like, it's actually 8 games instead of 6 games they're talking about. So I need to look into it more. But yeah, that's it. Players, well, look at players, yeah, and Starfelt contributes to that. As I said, if we're not leaking that much goals. Look at the amount of clean sheets. Look at the amount of blocks.
Slight tackles.
I'll start pulling up statistics and do a video on Starfelt, and then we'll see. You know, start of the season, I'll be on your side, but sometimes people need to settle in football, and he came out and admitted that he wasn't settled, and it took time for him. You know, he obviously took the Scottish League for granted, coming from the Russian league, and he's been good. He's been good in Europe.
Yep.
Yes, he wasn't great against Hibs in the League Cup, no question about it, but he pulled off some cracking blocks as well and interceptions as well. So people are always thinking of the bad times, but looking at the good times, and we're in the good times at the moment. So I'm happy with it. I'm happy with his performance. I don't sit there and be like, oh, Starfeld's playing, we're gonna concede 2 or 3 goals. If you're gonna have that negativity about supporting Celtic, don't support fucking Celtic. Simple as. Like, if Ange sees something in him, and we're not conceding goals, him and Joe Hart and Carter Vickers, and if it's Jovanovic or Ralston or Taylor, I'm happy with that. Look at, I was one of them. I'm still 90% of me now is like, you know what, Taylor's at the winning over me. See it like this, like around January, I was like, oh, I can't deal with Taylor. I swear to God, he's not good enough. He's not Celtic quality, but he's like, obviously he's working his socks off in training. He got the new deal, and he's proven critics wrong. And I think the likes of Starfelt should be proving the critics wrong, like Ben there, you know. So yeah. Remember being here through thick and thin last year with you, Keith. It's nice being here with, hopefully with a league win on the horizon. Exactly, and plus we've one cup in the bag as well, man. Like, it's been, like, even on Celtic TV today, Jerry McCulloch was saying, like, who would have thought we were in this position. So Max, when you started the season, what were you thinking to yourself? Where were we going to be going in the league, and were we taking the league back? You know.
I know. I thought last season was just an absolute nightmare, and just every game was just getting worse and worse, I thought. But now that Andrews obviously came in, had a full new team rebuild, apart from a few players, he's done amazing. Like, honestly, just full new rebuild, full new team, and they've all really played really good together. So that's all that matters.
Definitely. And a lot of people say this as well. Big Ange's beard, love it. Love the name.
Yeah.
A lot of people say this as well. Taylor's fine in Scotland, but when it comes to the big, strong enough for Europe against Bodo, I think everybody had a bad day against Bodo Glimt, to be honest. And I just, in general, Taylor, he doesn't have that confidence when it comes to European football. In general, he doesn't. I think played well against AZ Alkmaar before he had to come off with his shoulder. That was the last decent game he played in Europe. Yeah. He actually scored in Europe. He scored against Reykjavik in Europe a couple of years back. But yeah, I know. I'm dreading it as well. I'm dreading it, man. Back to that plastic pitch. 2 plastic pitches next season. You know. How you doing, Raymond? Any questions from Max before I let him go off? Because I'll do 10 minutes on my own. Max, it was great to have you on, though. As I said to you, I see you met up with Botant.
Oh yeah, Hungary Hungarian football vlogger.
Oh, he's excellent. He is. He's a good lad. He's fallen in love with Celtic. I see you give him a scarf and all.
Yeah.
Good stuff. That's it. At least the Killy boys are back. Oh, brilliant. Right, look, we'll let you off, Max. It was good having you on. I'm going to stay on for another 10 minutes. Gonna talk. We'll get you on again. Folks, if you want to go on to Football Mad, the YouTube channel, it's 3,500. It's just a picture of a stadium. It looks like the Etihad. Is that the Etihad?
No.
What stadium is that?
I don't really know. I'm thinking of changing it. I've got a new logo. I'm going to change it. Hopefully on Sunday.
Huh? Get the L trophy. We're good. Well, okay. If I don't get to speak to you before Sunday, enjoy the game. Get your content up, and tell Mick I was asking for him, and I'll speak to you soon, right?
Thank you.
Great to see you on. What a nice little guy, lads. He's an absolute gent, he is. So hello to everyone that's tuning in. I'm going to stay on for about 15 minutes. I'm going to talk about the game. I'm going to talk about, obviously, what we have ahead this week. I'm going to be doing about 2 or 3 podcasts this week, folks. Hopefully going to be doing a podcast tomorrow with my friend Stephen. We're going to have Paddy back on hopefully Thursday or Friday night. Hopefully get him on Saturday night as well before the game. So there's going to be loads of podcasts coming up. There's going to be loads of daily content coming up this week. You know, as you know, I love putting up Celtic daily content. It may not be the most exciting thing for you to watch. Like, I was a bit annoyed that I put up a Billy McNeil video talking about Billy McNeil's career and I only got like 400 views on it. 400 views talking about Billy McNeil. So if you're on Facebook, go on and watch it, please. Go on to YouTube and watch it. That's just like sitting there and putting all this together and only getting 400 views for Billy McNeil. I know we all want to talk about transfer rumours and stuff like that and talk about what's going on in current affairs, but the greatest ever captain, and there was only that many views. I was shocked. I was just shocked. It's actually taken boy back with it. But great to see the younger generation getting right behind. That's at the end of the day, Max. He's only 16 years of age, folks. He's gonna go places with his career. He's gonna go places with his YouTube career. As I said to him when I met him, I said, "Look, you keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing, and you'll get somewhere. You'll get somewhere." And having 3,500 subs, 3,500 subs on a YouTube channel at the age of 16, tapping the back from him, absolutely excellent. You know. So yeah, that's it. Oh, you're annoying me now. I have to mute you. That's it. Jota looks like a better player on the left when he switched. 100%. I know we've been playing him on the right in recent games. Obviously he didn't turn up last week, Jota, but today he was fantastic. You know, he's fantastic. What a celebration, eh? What a celebration. But no, I was saying on the video earlier on that what's the story with their stewards? Like, every time we try to take a corner, he tripped the steward over, he did. So thank you, gents, for agreeing for me. Thousands more will work on Magnificent 7. Alright. Katrina, great to see it. Had the pleasure to be Caesar, sorry, I didn't know he was talking about for a second there. Apologies. Kenny Dalglish program is being picked on TV tonight, mate. Which channel is that on, Stephen? Which channel is that on? I'll try getting on the old internet. Who was the man of the match for you today? I know, like, a lot of people. I know Taylor got the man of the match. Celtic vote. Well, Celtic commentary team voted Taylor. I thought Taylor was outstanding. I thought Taylor was outstanding. You know, like, I thought Kyogo played well. You know, but there was a lot of, as I said, similarities between him and Maeda. The kind of runs they were doing. But look, it takes time. It takes time. I would have liked to seen Giakoumakis come on a bit earlier, but you know, that's it. Hi from England. So happy Celtic winning the league again. I hate the Rangers. Okay, Giovanni. This page is not about religion. At the end of the day, there's many Protestant Celtic fans. There's many Jewish Celtic fans. There's many Muslim Celtic fans. This club has an identity. A club for all. You know. And I understand you live in England and all that, but like, that's the kind of stuff I don't want to see on the page, to be honest with you. You know, I had to put that up because I wanted to show that I welcome anyone with open arms. They're a Celtic fan, regardless what their background is or the religion. At the end of the day, the religion is watching football and putting the hoops on and backing your team, win, lose, draw. You know. But thanks for your comment, though. Appreciate it. All Celtic fans know today we all felt it against the Motherwell game 3 days before my birthday. It felt like a party coming on. When was that? What Motherwell game? Oh, 3 days before if you go on to win the league, the end of the season, is it? Respect, no problem. Yeah, Celtic is our religion. That's it. That's the difference between us and them. Rangers exist to hate Celtic. We exist to love Celtic football and backing our team, win, lose or draw. 100%, definitely agree with you. No, give it a watch. Give it a watch. As I said, I was just a bit. I'm not throwing me toys out of the pram, folks. But like, if you're making a video about one of the greatest ever captains and not many people watch, I'm just like kind of like a bit annoyed about it. But sure, it is what it is. But there'll be loads coming up. Loads coming up this week. We obviously have the Derby preview on Saturday night. We'll get a podcast in for that. I'm gonna have another guy on tomorrow for the podcast. I'm gonna as well. Well, the club was set up to feed Irish immigrants, but at the end of the day, all sorts of nationalities have played with the club since. You know, it is a business as well. You know, people have to realise it is a business. You know, it's Celtic is a money machine. You know, has books, has seats to be filled, and look at season ticket holders. You know, flying on into next season, and Ange be a part of it. Happy to see you chatting with Football Mad Max. Honoured to know excellent YouTubers like you too. Well, it was great to see you were over in Scotland the week before. You know, great to see you. Keith, you want to? Yeah, well, you know me, Chill Pill. I came out and publicly admitted that I thought he wasn't great, and I didn't think he was Celtic calibre. You go back to my videos in January, the end of January, I was like, I don't rate him. I think we really should go out and strengthen him. But he is a good domestic player. I know domestic, we always say that the league is the bread and butter, but when it comes to European performances, I don't think he has it. But in the last 10, 12 games he's played so far, he's been absolutely outstanding. He has been outstanding, and he's proved the critics wrong. And it's great to see. It's great to see that a guy that we signed from Kilmarnock back in 2019, yes, he was Tierney's replacement when we got Balangoli as well, and you know what, he's been really good. He's been really good, and I'm tuning up, and I'm like, Jesus, I should never have slagged him, you know, but that's it. You know, form is temporary. But if he can keep that momentum and get better as a player, that's all we're all looking for. You know, we're not all he can go out there and throw his body at every single game. You know, I'm not talking about Taylor. I'm talking about he's not like because he was Rangers. I know that. Doesn't like that shouldn't be involved in it. Like, to be honest with you, people who think of that's just a different level. That's a different level, you know. End of the day, if he's putting the shirt on and he's getting paid a salary and he's being recruited for us on a senior level perspective, that's the most important thing. You back them, regardless of their background. Once they go out there and put a show on and play for the badge, that's the most important. And I'm just getting that out of players. I think some fans are doing. I agree with you there, Chill, but some fans do look into that bit too much. You know. No, it's true. It is true. I've seen it. But look, both fullbacks have improved beyond due recognition. Definitely Ralston done a lot of things good today. He wasn't outstanding, but he done the basic things right, and that's what we like to see. You know, Celts on the hill, what's going down? Hope you're well. Good few numbers in here tonight. I'm going to be leaving in about 5 minutes because it's bedtime. I'm after having a long weekend. I didn't get to watch the boxing last night, unfortunately, folks. I put the picture up on Facebook and people are all like, he's this and that. I'm like, you put a picture of him in a Celtic talk, can't bleed down this. Taylor's limited. He will never be fast or grow any bigger, these margins. Look, he done well today. I understand that you're looking at the future perspective, but like, best part of the day, we're still top of the league, looking down on the Rangers, and that's all that matters. 100%. I thought Motherwell were going to do them yesterday. See Ross Tierney's from my neck of the woods, and he scored yesterday for Motherwell. I was like, go on, my boy, go on. But that's it. Taylor gets out. That's it. You didn't miss much. What was I talking about? Don't worry about that. We're not going to be here talking about Chelsea and all that's clubs. Forget about them. That's there. But let's be honest, Ralston did look like he was garbage, to be honest. Ralston had so many loan stints and it never worked out for him. And it's mad to think because of obviously El Hamid left middle of last season, Frimpong left. We didn't really have, and then we had John Joe Kenny, which he played absolutely dirt for us. He had one decent game, that was against Kilmarnock, and you seen him in the derby games. He was absolutely useless. He was. Sure, he'd be playing the championship for Everton soon anyways. Ralston got a chance, and you know what, took his chance, and one of the most improved players I've seen, big time. Fair play to him. But a shite Motherwell is good for us because we played them on the last day. Yeah, well, hopefully we'll have the league wrapped up by then, to be honest with you, Stephen. Hopefully we'll have the league wrapped up by then. Fingers crossed. Hopefully we'll have the league wrapped up by next week. But I'm not gonna get too excited about this and get complacent about it, like the way we got complacent about the Scottish Cup. We just go in, optimistic, hoping we're a better team than Rangers. They're missing a couple of players. They obviously have Morelos out, Ramsey out, Rufus out. The lad that got sent off yesterday, he's going to be suspended as well. So let's be optimistic. Just don't be expecting 3 or 4 nils and stuff like that going in. Just go and say, look, it's going to be a win. It's going to be a win. I hate when people start saying 4 or 5 nil and stuff like that. Yes, we all love the club. Yes, we all want to beat them so much, but they're going to try park the bus against us to get to try hit us on the counter, and that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. I think we're gonna learn from a lot from last week. Where, like, to be honest with you, what our problem was last week. Yeah, one game at a time. Well, that's the next game, to be honest. Our problem last week was we were too deep. We were getting a lot of ball. Weren't playing it right, especially in the final third. Just couldn't. I felt like we were just playing really deep, letting them try to put pressure on us, and eventually we looked tired. We just looked exhausted, and that's it. It's pathetic for me to say that because we've been outstanding all season, and look, we had a bump in the road. And what annoyed me the most about that game was they played on the Thursday night and they played extra time, and they should have been the third ones, and we were going into the second half, and we looked the second half of extra time. We looked exhausted. But look, you win some, you lose some. It wasn't for us, and that's the way it is. It wasn't for us, and we can't complain that much because at the end of the day, we're top of the league. We deserve to be there, and that's the most important thing. Now, if someone said to me at the start of the season, I'll give you $5,000 to put on Celtic to win the league this season, I would have said no. That's the honest truth, because I was looking at Ange coming in. I was like, this is a rebuild. This is we don't know what our strongest players are. We don't know, like, at the start of the season we didn't even have a decent midfield because we didn't know where Tom Lodge was going to be at fitness levels. Callum was going to take the captaincy over. I didn't know if he was going to cope with the captaincy. He's been outstanding, We didn't have a decent left winger, So if you're like, the strides we've made, it's been class. It's been absolutely amazing. How's it going? I'm not sure who the referee is for next week. I'm not sure who it is. Hope he it's probably going to be Brother Beaton or Kevin Clancy or something. Don't know. I think we need to be honest with you, I don't really care who the referee is next week. I done a video on the last with the whole Bobby Madden thing before he obviously officiated the game. I'm not even going to go into that. I just want us to just turn up and we're on our home patch. 60,000 Celtic faithful. Hopefully it's going to be a lovely a lovely sunny day, a beautiful Sunday, and just get the goals and get the win. We just champions momentum, go out there and do it. I think they'll probably announce the referee now on Monday or Tuesday. As usually they do. Probably be Monday, Tuesday, so it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, I don't really care about who is officiating the game. Exactly, Mick. Who's Mick? Irish Mick? He's a different guy. He's a different guy. Right, look, I'm going to jump off anyway. It's lovely to see us all. It's good to see familiar faces in here. Massive thank you to young Max coming on, Football Mad. So check out his YouTube channel. And look at folks, what a result today. 4 games to go, 4 games left. And that's the thing. Dublin Mick. Sorry. Didn't see that comment, but apologies. So scores. Too early for me. I have to see who we have available for next week. Too early. Maybe Friday could answer that question for you. I just want to win. Simple as that. Just want to win. I don't want to think about 4 scorers or who's going to be sent off or the possession or anything like that. I just want to just get through every day and look forward to this match. The more you talk about it, the more it drags in, to be honest with you. That's what I felt for the last game. I said about us losing 3 of our 4-6 games. Look where we are now. 100%. Okay, losing the Hearts, losing the Rangers, losing the Livy. We've been absolutely phenomenal. Drawing against Dundee at home. People are throwing the towel in. People are throwing the towel in the first week of October, for God's sake. Some fans were. Some fans. I wasn't throwing the towel in. You can go back over the videos anyways to see me saying it's early days. I'm optimistic, and I said it from the end of September. I was optimistic that we could compete for the league. Never imagined that we were going to be here right now, but the joys of football. No. 4-1 next week, 3-0 next week. It's the early days. 2-0. Joe will save it. Right, look, folks, if you are on Facebook, please subscribe. The majority of people that are on YouTube already have subscribed. Now they won't be coming back. They won't be coming back. Definitely not. Good times, but the lockdown days are over. Where's my hell on the screen? 7-1. Right, look, fantastic seeing you all. Look, have a great week. I'll be back tomorrow night for a podcast, and I'll speak to you all soon. Take care. Hello.